Let's start with episode 4. Jun Hyeon speaks to Bang Gel, saying, "We will do exactly what your father asked, we'll ruin your siblings." Bang Gel takes the ID and password, agreeing but insisting on keeping them herself. Jun Hyeon thinks to himself, she's just like me, suspicious of everyone. She doesn't trust me. Byung enters the ID and password but realizes the information is incorrect. He shouts, "Song Nam betrayed me." Yun Se remarks, "I don't think Song Nam did this alone, my husband might be involved. I'll investigate." In the next scene, employees speak to Bong Ki, noting, "We just finished the audit there, but neither unit is present. We should call them." Bong Ki says, "I've given Jun Hyeon too much leeway, but that ends now." He intends to call him, but just then, their boss, the MD, arrives, praising their work and inviting them to lunch on him. He asks, "By the way, where is Jun Hyeon? Give him a call." Jun Hyeon is seen enjoying a shower, but Bong Ki calls and tells him to hurry over for the meal. In the next scene, Jun Hyeon arrives. Everyone is at the restaurant, drinking alcohol. Kwon speaks to Bang Gel, asking her to serve the drinks, but Jun Hyeon interrupts, asking, why should she do that? Has anyone here ever done that for her? Bong Ki snaps, "Why are you spouting nonsense? Are you drunk?" Bang Gel covers his mouth, telling him to be quiet, but he doesn't stop there. He challenges Kwon to a drinking contest, declaring that the winner gets to make a wish. Kwon happily agrees, saying, "Fine, if I win, we'll go for a third round." Jun Hyeon counters, "All right, but if I win, no one will ever have to eat with you again, instead, you should just give them the money." Kwon agrees to this as well. Jun Hyeon, who is actually possessed by Young Oh's soul, recalls a past drinking contest where he had easily defeated Kwon. In the present, history repeats itself, and he defeats Kwon with ease. The employees are delighted, as none of them wanted to dine with Kwon anyway. Everyone leaves, taking taxis home. However, Bong Ki is heavily intoxicated, and Bang Ul looks after him. Jun Hyeon asks where he lives, but Bang Ul replies, "I don't know, just take him to your place." In the next scene, Bong Ki wakes up and realizes he is in an unfamiliar, palace-like setting. He steps outside to find Jun Hyeon reading a newsletter and asks, "What are you doing here? Is this place yours? I know you must have received money from the siblings, but you can't just squander it like this. Think about your future, marriage, children, you should invest in those things. Pack your bags and let's go." Jun Hyeon refuses and reveals his true identity. "I am the chairman's secret son, that's why I have so much money. My father told me I have to ruin the siblings because they want to take over the company. He even praised you. Will you help me?" Bong Ki believes him and agrees. Jun Hyeon then arranges a car for him. They arrive at the company, where Bong Ki opens the door for Jun Hyeon. Bang Ul is nearby and witnesses the entire scene. Jun Hyeon strikes the man and demands to know what is going on. "Why are you doing this? Did he blackmail you?" The man is about to speak when Jun Hyeon kicks him, warning him not to reveal his identity. Bong Gi agrees, saying he understands. They arrive at the company, where the police are inquiring about a person named Song Nam. Just then, Gong and Se Gang appear. Gong directs the police to speak with Se Gang about the matter. In the next scene, Se Gang is questioned about when she last saw the person, but she claims to have no recollection. Inside, Sang Jae is holding a meeting and asks Se Gang about Song Nam's whereabouts. HR reports that Song Nam has resigned. When asked about the projects, Se Gang explains that Song Nam left due to personal matters and clarifies that the projects actually belong to her, not him. Gong mentions finding a new battery technology company and suggests they invest in it. When asked about an investor, Gong reassures everyone that she has already secured one and names the investor. Everyone is pleased with the progress. However, after the others leave, a man confronts Se Gang, claiming he knows the investor's identity, accusing her of using her own slush funds for the investment. Gong retorts by asking about his slush funds and whether that was the reason he killed Song Nam. He shouts back, insisting he is nothing like her. Outside, Jun Hyeon and Bong Gi are seen observing the entire exchange. Jun Hyeon states that they will use Se Gang to ruin Gong, but Bang Ul expresses doubt, saying Byung won't let that happen. She shows him a news report about the Tae Hai Ha Group's port project, which has now been integrated with the Yun Chan port development. Se-gang arrives at his office to find Yun-se sitting in the chair facing him. He asks what she is doing there, and she replies that they are going to have a meal together. While eating, she asks about Song-nam, specifically, where he is, but Se-gang shouts, "I don't know, he betrayed me. I'm going to kill him." Meanwhile, Jun Yeon is seen talking to Bong Ki. They discover that the mayor of Yunchan is a close associate, essentially a friend, of Se-gang, and is helping him complete the project. Jun Yeon recalls a time when Bang Ul had shown him a project of hers, and in the next scene, he is seen reviewing it. Bang Ul approaches him and asks what he is doing. He asks for details about the project, and she explains everything. Jun Yeon remarks, "I think we can do anything now." Later that night, Jun Yeon opens his laptop. Knowing the ID and password, he checks schedules and past conversations. He discovers that Gong is discussing a battery technology company. In the next scene, he approaches Gong to talk about the Yunchan port project. He acknowledges that it belongs to Se-gang but suggests that she could lead it, adding that he has a plan. When Gong asks why she should trust him, Jun Yeon replies, "Just try trusting me once. If it doesn't work, you can fire me." Meanwhile, we see Bonki with an employee who needs some documents photocopied and wants a coffee. Noticing that both interns are missing, Bonki reassures the employee, saying, "Don't worry, I sent them out on an errand, I'll handle this for you." Later, Jun Yeon reads a message and assures someone, "Don't worry, I'll take care of everything here." He then calls the governor's secretary to propose a meeting regarding a project and arranges a time. In the next scene, they meet the secretary to discuss the project. Elsewhere, Yun-se speaks to her father, mentioning that she had talked to Se-gang and doesn't believe he knew what Song-nam was planning. He was betrayed, and someone else, likely Gong, must be the one with the necessary ID and password. That night, the Choi family is having dinner together when Gong spots So-ni. Visibly upset, Gong tells So-ni, "Don't eat with us anymore, this is becoming too uncomfortable." Later, Jun Yeon drops Bang Gel home and asks about her mother's well-being. When Bang Gel asks why he is inquiring, So-ni steps outside. Seeing his wife, Jun Yeon becomes emotional and approaches her. So-ni asks him directly, "Did my husband really cause your accident? He could never do such a thing. Please tell me the truth." He remains silent, and So-ni apologizes for her earlier words. Mother and daughter then return home and have a meal together. Since there was no food left, they had to order from outside. We see Bang Ul checking her mother's cooking schedule in the morning, but managing it proves too difficult, so she orders food instead and serves it to everyone, a choice they appreciate. Meanwhile, Jun Yeon invites Bong Ki over and tells him, "I suspect there's a financial deal between Mayor Young and Gong. Here are some documents, find out exactly how much money is involved. My father trusted you, and I believe you're the right man for the job." Bong Ki assures him, "Don't worry, I'll give it my all." Jun Yeon even gives him an advance payment. In the next scene, Jun Yeon is with Gong and the governor's secretary. They discuss how the project looks promising and agree to share future plans. Jun Yeon mentions something that Yong Ho had previously said to his daughter, remarks that leave Gong completely shocked. The project moves forward after news breaks on TV that Mayor Young has resigned. We then see a scene where Byung, Se-gang, and Young are having dinner together. They strike a deal regarding the port, and the mayor receives a payoff. As they leave, Bong Ki, who is nearby, snaps photos of the group and sends them to Jun Yeon, explaining the nature of the financial deal. Later, Bang Ul speaks to the mayor, using a disguised voice to reveal what she knows. Se-gang calls the mayor and demands to know what is going on, asking why he resigned and accusing him of betrayal. The mayor denies this, explaining that he received a call from someone who knew about their deal and blackmailed him. Meanwhile, Se-gang's secretary approaches him to inform him about his sister's plans and the upcoming meeting. At the meeting, it is revealed that Gong is set to lead the port project, an initiative originally belonging to Se-gang. Se-gang bursts in, shouting that she cannot do this and accusing her of stealing his project. Gong tells him there is nothing he can do now, the mayor won't help him, and the project would otherwise remain stalled. She explains that she wants to step in to protect Choiseong. She then turns to Sang-jae and asks for his decision. After some thought, Sang-jae agrees to move forward with the project. As Gong leaves, Se-gang confronts her, arguing that she thinks this project will help her become the chairperson, but insisting that it will never happen. Gong remains calm and speaks to Segong very composedly. Nearby, Bang Aeul and Jun Yeon shake hands, pleased that things are unfolding exactly as they planned. However, Sang-jae notices them. In the next scene, he speaks to his secretary, suspecting a link between the port project and Jun Yeon, and asks her to investigate. She shows him photos of Bang Aeul and Jun Yeon talking to the governor's secretary, as well as a photo of the place where Jun Yeon is currently staying. Sang-jae is shocked to see the location, as it is the place where the chairman used to live, or, more accurately, a place he used occasionally. We see Junyeon bringing Bangil to an expensive restaurant. He orders wine, saying they should celebrate since their job went well. He presents her with a piece of land as her share of the work. It turns out to be the very same land he had previously sold to his sister. Bangil asks how he acquired it. Junyeon recalls a conversation with Gong, who had asked what reward he wanted after successfully completing the task he was assigned. He had specified that particular plot of land. Bangil questions why he chose that land, noting that it is worthless and nothing can be developed there. However, Junyeon reassures her, saying he has already spoken to the governor's secretary. The area is set to become a tourist destination soon, which will bring her immense wealth. Later, he mentions he has something to attend to and leaves. Shortly after, we see Shani arrive at the restaurant. Bangil asks her mother what she is doing there. At that moment, Junyeon sends a message telling Bangil to spend time with her mother. He is actually nearby, watching the two of them. A waiter is bringing wine, but Junyeon had requested changes because Shani doesn't like that particular type. In the next scene, he arrives at his garage, looks at his car, and takes it for a drive. As he drives back in, he finds Gong and several of her associates waiting for him. Gong tells him, "This is exactly why I don't trust people. Did you really think I wouldn't find out who you are?" Junyeon becomes visibly nervous upon hearing this, and the episode ends.